5 shots to kind of get a little separation. And they did some things that really bothered us. And, they got some nice players. I mean, 22, you'll go a lot of gyms and not find a guy any better than that kid. So they've played a lot of people close and a lot of people well, and he's done a great job. They're very well coached. They don't usually beat themselves. We were a little fortunate with that. We got their point guard in foul trouble, and he fouled out early in the game. But those things, also our foul trouble probably kept us from picking up the pressure a little bit more once he was out. But really proud of our guys. Thought we did some uncharacteristic things, like to play better, like to play well. We talk about letting the results take care of themselves, play well. I don't think we played well, but I think we did things well enough to win the game, and I'm looking forward to getting back in here tomorrow and practicing the next couple of days, getting ready for Indiana.
Question. You talked about the change of taking care of basketball. Did you alter anything?
No. Told them to take care of the daggone basketball. I mean, usually in the past we said we're going to run for every turnover, but we didn't even do that. We had 3 in the second half, and that was, the disappointing thing is first half. If we just take care of the ball, we felt like all things being equal, if we take care of the ball, we're up 12, 14 points at half, have a chance to maybe push open. We didn't. Then they bring their best guy back in off and has been sitting there on foul trouble, and he started making some plays. Now you got to count for him on the defensive end. You've got to always mark that kid, and he creates shots for everybody else. And then we executed better, but I don't feel like we finished better until one little stretch late in the game when we made a great penetrating pitch 3 to Kurt that kind of got us. AJ drove it, found Kurt open. Then we found him on top for another wide open shot, and then Mike scored on the block. We executed, threw it to Mike on the block, and he went to his spot and scored. That was the separating factor in the game. And we got just enough stops to get a little separation and win the game. We'd like to play a little cleaner. We'd like to play a little better, but also don't discount that team, that coach, those players that we played had a lot to do with us not looking as sharp as I'd like to look.
Talk about the inside play. I mean, I thought Mike played well, but also you've got Ramsey. It's kind of like a two-headed monster with you guys inside this year.
Well, we felt like all along that we had 2 guys, not just Mason, who could score on the block. I've done a poor job with Mike and getting Mike and Mason in the game together. We've practiced for the last week with Mike and Mason together a lot more. Tonight, because of foul trouble, we couldn't play them together as much. But we need to be able to have him and Mason both on the floor together, because we need him on the floor more. From a rebounding standpoint, from a defensive presence, we don't have a lot of guys who are above the rim shot blockers. Him and Courtney Alexander would be about it. So he's got to do a better job being a good rebounder, being alert, and being more consistent. And we've got to do a better job putting him in a position where we can both be together and play them together out there, because you see his potential, you see his talent. He's going to be an all-conference player at Tennessee Tech before his day's done here. I'm not going to be satisfied with just today. I felt like he should have rebounded the ball better tonight, but I thought he should have played better D. But like what he did offensively is kind of the expectation level for him. Like they better double him, and if they don't, he better get us a bucket. And that's moving forward. That's hopefully he'll be that guy every single time he steps on the court.
Might talk about your game. What a great offensive effort, but you also blocked some shots. Just how are you feeling and how are you playing?
I think I'm starting to be able to get my feet on the ground and get into a rhythm, getting into this part of the season, and it's a great time going to the conference. I just want to be out there and give my team a inside present offense, defense, alter shots on defense and score whenever I'm on offense, and then just get my hands on every possible rebound I can get.
You do like hearing Coach say there's some high expectations for you. He wants you out there and he wants you scoring. No pressure, or are you kind of liking that kind of expectation?
I really don't care if he likes it or not. He's going to do it.
Right. My expectations are just as high for myself, so I'm just working. I really like to exceed them. I don't want to put a limit or a ceiling on anything I can do, anything this team can do. I think we got a good bunch this year, and we're trying to chase something extremely hard to get, something extremely special, something that hasn't happened in this town in a long time. So hopefully we'll be able to keep the ball rolling this season, be able to close out the season at home, and get a lot of good wins during the conference play.
Mike, talk about the home. I think it's 5 wins in a row this year at home. All right, as a team, do you guys kind of have that, this is our place kind of attitude?
Absolutely. It's just we have a lot of a lot of guys with a lot of experience, a lot of games under their belt. That's just the kind of pride that we have in this program. You know, it starts from the top. Coach Payne and the staff just works his way all the way down. So we don't want to drop a game.
And they have a lot of pride. I think uncharacteristically last year we were actually better on the road than we were at home. Felt like we played our best games in conference, in particular on the road. Don't know why, but that was kind of uncharacteristic. And they've said from the very beginning, Coach, we want to go undefeated at home. That's important to us. You know, the year before we'd lost one. Usually we're a very good home team, you know that's a key for us. And we always feel like the path to winning an OVC championship is being really good at home, not losing at home. And so, and I've heard Mike say it before without ever any coach bringing it up. We're going to be really good at home again this year, and that's important to us. So it's important to success.
Now you go on the road to one of the great halls of basketball in Indiana. What do you know about them, or have you had a chance?
I've not watched 1 second. I know they beat Notre Dame, who's really good, yesterday. It's a great opportunity, and one of the things I've always said about games like this is that it's the opportunity to play in a great environment against a great program with great tradition, history, and great athletes. But it puts pressure on you to do things well, consistently do things the right way. I thought we got away with some things today that will really, really burn us up there. Just because I think both of our teams have been on break for a while, and I think we were both a little sloppy today. I think when we go there, it's kind of like being at New Mexico or at TCU or at Dayton. You have to take care of the ball. You have to do the things that we lay out there. Here's the steps we have to be successful, and there is pressure to do those steps, because if you miss one, at that level, you don't get to make it up. You have to make plays. If we do things right, we play well, we'll get to a point where we'll have to make a few plays here and there, defensively and offensively, to give a chance to win. Then when you get there, then you got to make a couple more plays. And if you do that, then you might pull off an upset. But it's going to be a lot of fun. They'll have a great environment. And you know what? This year's been great. We went to New Mexico. The Pit's one of the most storied arenas in the country in the history of basketball. I told the guys when we went to Dayton, you're going to play in one of the best environments in the college basketball today at the University of Dayton. There was 13,000 people there. And we're going to go to Indiana, and we're going to play in one of the most storied arenas in front of some of the best fans in one of the most tradition-rich programs in the country. What else do you come to Tennessee Tech for? This is a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity. And the best thing we want to do is we just want to play well. We want to play better tomorrow in practice than we did today, better the next day. We want to go there and play our best 40 minutes of basketball at Assembly Hall against Indiana, and then the results will take care of themselves. The results will always take care of themselves.
I know you've preached that a lot.
We just want to do the next thing right. Do the next thing right at all times.